The great conflict of the ages is about to intensify. But remember the words of Jesus. In me ye might have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation. But be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Would you like to know how to exercise courage and fight the good fight of faith? Listen to this devotional.
Conflict and Courage, a daily devotional by Ellen G. White. Hands towards heaven. I will therefore that men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands without wrath and doubting. 1 Timothy 2 verse 8. Because of Israel's disobedience and departure from God, they were allowed to be brought into close places and to suffer adversity. Their enemies were permitted to make war with them, to humble them, and lead them to seek God in their trouble and distress. When Israel was assailed by the Amalekites, Moses gave Joshua directions to fight with their enemies. Moses and Aaron and were stationed on a hill overlooking the battlefield. With arms outstretched towards heaven and holding the rod of God in his right hand, Moses prayed for the success of the armies of Israel. As the battle progressed, it was observed that as long as his hands were reaching upward, Israel prevailed. But when they were lowered, the enemy was victorious. As Moses became weary, Aaron and stayed up his hands until the going down of the sun, when the enemy was put to flight. As Aaron and supported the hands of Moses, they showed the people their duty to sustain him in his arduous work, while he should receive the word from God to speak to them. And the act of Moses also was significant, showing that God held their destiny in his hands. While they made him their trust, he would fight for them and subdue their enemies. But when they should let go their hold upon him and trust in their own power, they would be even weaker than those who had not the knowledge of God, and their foes would prevail against them. As the Hebrews triumphed when Moses was reaching his hands towards heaven and interceding in their behalf, so the Israel of God prevailed when they by faith take hold upon the strength of their mighty helper. Yet divine strength is to be combined with human effort. Moses did not believe that God would overcome their foes while Israel remained inactive. While the great leader was pleading with the Lord, Joshua and his brave followers were putting forth their utmost efforts to repulse the enemies of Israel and of God.